What is up, everybody? What's going on? I took a week off because I was playing Avowed, and now I'm back to talk about it. I spent around 8 to 10 hours with the game, and while the game has a great foundation, I dropped it, and here's why. So to kick it off, let's just start off with how the game starts. Character creator. I don't have much to say when it comes to creating your character. That really doesn't matter to me. Let me create somebody, put random eyes or tattoos or something on them, and move forward. For there was one interesting feature. You had godlike features where you might have fungus growing out of your head, which kind of resembled The Last of Us. Just to me, that's how I made my character. Or you could put something on your eyebrows, things like that. And in turn, while you're playing the game, NPCs will notice it and either, have some kind of strange remark or be like, ooh, or something like that. There's nothing too deep, but it does have a story side to it as well. So at least they put something that stood out. At least they gave us something. This is when it starts to go slightly downhill for me. When the game opens up, it's very colorful, it's very vivid. It's a narrator telling you what's going on with the story, like a sickness or like some kind of disease affecting the animals and plants in the game. So it's very colorful, vibrant. I was like, cool, this looks really good. Like it's giving quality as far as that goes. But once you get into the game, the story didn't capture me. And for me to be in tune with the story, I need for you to have that moment that's like, like it has to click. It has to click. And it didn't. But not to say that's a bad thing, because some people enjoy RPG stories, and I think what kind of threw me off at first was you having a conversation with an NPC. You just pick from a selection of dialogue. Your character really doesn't say anything, which is, that's standard in some RPGs, but to me, like, I need something that's going to make me intrigued. Why am I reading this dialogue? Why am I making this option? So that was kind of lackluster. What I will say is the side missions kept me intrigued. For instance, I met this one NPC who told me about his brother who was with a group of his people in a cave, and that took me to 3 different places and ultimately ended up in a boss battle where I got some interesting loot. So the side missions were on point. I don't have anything negative to say about the side missions. So it could be that the story gets better, so don't take my full opinion on that, because again, I only played 8 to 10 hours. I did not complete the game. Gameplay wise, at first I was like, okay, I'm feeling this. I usually take the sorcery route or the wizard route, and the spells look cool in first person. Now in third person, the game looks kind of janky, and that could be me. I just feel like it's outdated. I'm just being honest. But in first person, everything, the effects look nice. I feel like I'm making a difference in my build when I was tweaking my points and things like that. So that was cool, but I typically use the third person more for exploration and the first person for combat. And the enemies, it just felt sluggish and a little outdated, and it couldn't keep my attention. So with the story not grabbing my attention and the king of it all, the gameplay not grabbing my attention, I ultimately dropped the game. But that's not a bad thing. Avowed may not be for me, it could be for you, because it's a good game with a great foundation. There's nothing wrong with the game, it's just not meant for me. And how I take my gaming these days, most of these games are 40 to 50 hours, 60 hours, 80 hours. So why, if I'm not interested in the story and the gameplay didn't keep me, why would I take 40 to 60 hours of my life to play something that I'm not that interested in? That I'm not that interested in. It just doesn't make sense to me, but that does not mean that it makes sense for you. So if you have Game Pass or you're interested in Avowed, try it on Game Pass and then buy it, of course. There's a lot of different unique loot that adds fire abilities or gives your character buffs if you get killed. So there's a lot of interesting things in Avowed. It's not interesting to me. Thank you guys for your support. For more content, be sure to like and subscribe. We need that. And just keep me updated. What did you guys think about Avowed? What's your goals as a content creator? I'm truly interested. If you got to this point in this video, I'm looking at my computer, but I'm truly interested. Thank you for your support.